What's up, dudes? My name is Nick. Welcome back for another music video reaction. This one we're taking a look at this comeback song from Chungha titled Roller Coaster. And, well, sorry for not uploading anything for the first couple of days this week. You know, stuff happens, motivation was lost, and so whatever. But we're back. Also, there were not very many, or if any at all, releases for the first 2 days of the week, so that kind of throws a wrench in the plans. Anyway, Chungha is here to relieve the 2-day long drought of releases in K-pop with her song Roller Coaster. I'm interested in checking it out. Her debut song and album was a very good start, I will say that. And so I'm interested to see where she goes from there. So I'm going to do what I do in all my videos here. I'm going to give you guys my honest first impression, thoughts, and opinions on this song, whether I like it or not. So if that is something you're interested in hearing me do for any other K-pop releases in the future, then please do consider clicking on the subscribe button down below. So with all that being said, let's get this song started. Okay, black light is well, creates an the black light creates an interesting visual. I see you hiding that tropical stuff with that music box vibe. Okay, I see it. I hear you though. You're not fooling me. Already I can say that. Hold on, let's listen to the chorus before I talk about anything else. Alright, this chorus, it's lit, dudes. I was gonna say yo, but it's lit, yo is not a phrase in my vocabulary that I would normally use. Okay, this is good. This is really, really good. Like, the whole like, I was gonna talk about something before that chorus, but now I'm just completely thrown off. That whole, like, blacklight set, that set, the whole visual of it is really, really good. I like it a lot. It's really cool. I like this. It's also got a little bit of a retro, old school kind of like synth pop vibe to it too. Just very, very, very faintly in this. It's like buried in the background of this song. Which I like.
Look.
All these little transitions and all the little segues into the choruses for this song have been good too. They've been like different, because that little look thing was a different vibe or a different way to do it. I like this song a lot. This is really, really good. That was really, really good. That was really, really, really good. Really, really, really good. So the thing that I was gonna talk about, which, you know, as the song went on, I kind of realized was probably better saved for after the song, was that one of my big sort of critiques, or one of the big things that I didn't really like about her debut song that was released last year, was the fact that the vocals just didn't sound good. Like, they didn't sound, her voice sounded crappy, you know, and it's not her fault, to be honest. It really wasn't, because the music video, the sound for that, or the way that her voice came out in the music video, specifically for the audio for the music video that got uploaded to YouTube, was not good at all. It didn't give a very good impression, at least for me. You know, I didn't like the way that it sounded, and was like, you know, it kind of made me think, like, maybe she's not that good at singing. And, you know, of course, that's not true, because if you're going to debut in K-pop, you're pretty good at singing, just in general, because it's, you know, super cutthroat that, you know, you have to be very talented. So, you know, having that thought is not really true. Like, you know, she might not be the best, which I'm not going to make any judgments one way or another, because I don't have any sort of qualification or even the most basic knowledge to even say anything like that. But, you know, maybe she's not the best, but she definitely is not as bad as the audio for that music video made it out to be. And I can't remember, which I have to go back and revisit it, because it's been, you know, a minute since I last listened to that song in like, you know, reality after that, to kind of remind myself. But I don't know if that, but her voice in that part, in that song on the album, outside of the music video, outside of the YouTube video, it sounds normal. It sounds really, really good. So the music video didn't do her justice in selling her voice and her singing ability. So for this one, they got it right, because this is an accurate representation of what her voice sounds like, of what her singing abilities and what her, you know, vocal tone and style and all of that is. Absolutely, you know, bang on. Represents who she is exactly, because, you know, again, listening to her debut album, you get a really good idea of the fact that, you know, she's got, I don't know if it's interesting, but it definitely is, you know, potentially not the widest range with her vocals at the moment, or they're not, you know, putting it on display, but, you know, she's definitely got a really, really good, you know, I enjoy listening to her voice. It's really nice. And so she's definitely a much better singer than, like I said, her debut song kind of let on, or the music video kind of indicated. So I really like this, just for the fact that they're actually promoting, they actually uploaded a video to YouTube that's got audio that accurately represents what her voice sounds like, which that's a really big improvement. Although that's not her fault, that's the producer's fault, or whoever put together that music video and the audio for that music video, then put it up on YouTube. Or maybe something got messed up as they uploaded it to YouTube, because that sometimes happens too, where they degrade the quality of the sound. You know, there's all kinds of things and mishaps that could have happened there that are responsible for that, but none of them are a direct reflection on her specifically. But of course, for someone to actually like realize that, they'd have to actually listen to the song outside of YouTube. And, you know, how many people were turned off and how many people actually, you know, went to listen to that again, I don't really know. But beyond that, talking about this song specifically, because I'd spent a couple minutes talking about that, but talking about this song specifically, I really, really like this song. So I'm kind of seeing which again, it's like too soon to say this for sure, but over the last 2 months, we'll say, I've seen this thing where a song starts and the intro, you know, this seems to be this trend where K-pop is like, the music is starting slow with a tropical house kind of vibe to it, or you bringing those tropical chords incorporating that into the song, and then building that up to the first chorus or so, and then completely dropping it for the rest of the song, which is what they did for this. So, and I don't know, maybe someone's going to fight me over the fact that I'm saying that the intro to this song is like tropical house, tropical inspired, or has got vibes to it, but like it definitely does, but they just hit it with, it has those notes, it has those chords in this song, but they just hit it with the fact that it sounds like it's coming out of a music box. So, you know, it's not like super blatantly obvious, but it still has that, you know, tonal, or the, you know, it still has the notes that make it tropical, you know, that make it tropical. Which again, every single time that I point that out, it's not a criticism, it just is a thing. And you know, it just is like, you know, cool, tropical, whatever. Let's do it. We just notice that, we recognize it, we acknowledge it, that it exists, and then we're gonna, you know, judge the song, or, you know, kind of come to an opinion on the song, not based off of that, but with that in mind. And you know, I was ready, prepared, absolutely prepared to, you know, make a judgment on this song based off of what I heard in the intro, right? Because, you know, it's only kind of natural. That's all the information that I had. But then, you know, after the chorus, and then after everything else came through, I don't again, going off of my first impression after listening to the chorus, I'm pleasantly surprised. We'll say that. Overall, just, you know, without regard to like the little bit of information that I got at the beginning of the song, I'm not necessarily surprised one way or another, but I definitely am I like this song a lot. I think it's a really, really good song. Especially, you know, incorporating a little bit of, you know, like I said, some elements of like retro, older school, like not 70s, you know, 80s and stuff, you know, synth pop kind of stuff, electronic music into this song to kind of give it a little teeny tiny bit of an old school vibe to it. But at the same time, it definitely doesn't. It definitely does not sound like an old school song or a retro influenced song. It doesn't sound like that, but I kind of do get a feeling at some points during the song, especially when some of the things that came up. There was one like transition into the chorus that I was like, whoa, that's a little chord progression sound that's exactly out of, you know, like an 80s synth pop song or an 80s pop song. Like, it was completely ripped out of it, and out of one of those sorts of songs. And I don't have a problem with that. I think that's actually really cool. It's really good because it's, you know, one of the moments where that, you know, retro vibe kind of poked through the layer of, you know, contemporary or modern sounding, you know, EDM music or synth pop or whatever you want to call this. It's really good. So I think they found a really nice balance of, you know, having a modern sound with something that's a little bit older sound, and just in general, it comes out with something that's super interesting. And then another thing too that I kind of noticed, especially with the last transition into the final chorus, where it was the whole pause, and then she says, look, she, you know, does that thing, and I was like, so this is, and then that was when I realized, it struck me that was probably the third completely different sounding and completely different structured transition into the chorus for the entire song. Because I think there's 3 choruses in this song, with the last one being more like the outro. But, you know, there was 3 completely separate sounding transitions, and 3 transitions that are, you know, completely differently structured and composed and arranged to each other, which is cool, which is very, very cool, because, you know, that's like one of those little teeny tiny details that, like, you could make it really easy on yourself as you write a song and make them sound the same, or you could do something and, you know, make them all different a little bit, you know, in not even dramatic ways. They're just a little bit different, and I think that adds an extra little teeny tiny, you know, layer that isn't obvious but makes the song a little bit more interesting to listen to, because, you know, you kind of feel that you're listening to completely separate portions of the song. It kind of breaks it up a little bit, instead of just making it so that it just kind of all blends together, and then you kind of forget some of the parts of the song. You know, it's just all blends together. So, I mean, I guess it depends on what your taste is. Like, if you just want to listen to a song where, you know, you just get lost in it, and there's nothing that potentially is going to, you know, purposefully or accidentally kind of like break your train of thought and your concentration and your focus on listening to the song, you know, that's going to kind of be a little bit of a distraction, I suppose you can say, then I guess that's good or bad. It just depends on your own personal taste, but I personally thought it was a little bit interesting. So definitely that right there has given me some serious motivation to go and listen to the song some more, potentially come back to you guys with a song review or something like that. So I've talked way too long. I don't even know how long it's been, because I restarted this like with probably a good 2-3 minutes or so of record time, and I'm at 15 minutes now, so we probably got a 13-14 minute long video, so apologize for that. But share your thoughts and opinions on this song, this music video, down in the comments below. The question for the video is going to be, if you, with her previous song, did you kind of recognize that there was a little bit of issue going with the vocals in that song, or in that music video specifically? If you did, if you didn't, you know, share your thoughts and opinions, or share whatever you thought about that down in the comments below to answer that question. I'll be super, super appreciative of that. And of course, when you share your opinions, don't be afraid to share whatever it is, no matter if you like this song or not. Just let it out there, because I'm interested in hearing what you liked about the song and what you didn't. And of course, other members of the community are also equally as interested. So if you want to join that community, of course, then please do consider clicking on the subscribe button down below. And if you want to be updated with everything that I talk about in the future, then click on the bell icon so you can get to turn notifications on. So that's going to be it for this video. As always, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all next time.